Hello everyone, welcome to the lecture. In the previous lecture, we had completed the interesting topic of evolution and diversity of life. So, in this lecture, we are going to discuss about the ecology and various phenomena related with the ecology. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so the first question which should come in our mind is that what do you mean by ecology? What do you mean by ecology? Basically, if you look at the general definition, then ecology is a scientific study, means it is based on facts and figures. Okay, it basically depends upon facts and the figures. Study of interactions between living organisms and their environment examines the relationship between organisms and their surroundings, including other organisms. So basically, it is a study of interaction between the living organisms, how they interact with each other, their environment, and examines the relationship between organisms and their surroundings. Okay, but if I ask you, give me the exact definition, then what you will say? Then you will say, basically, it is the study of organisms, environment, and how they react with each other. So basically, you can say it is a conclusion of this entire definition. It is the study of three things. First is organism. Third is environment. Second is environment. And third is reaction or interaction of both. Okay. So basically, ecology is the study of these three factors. Got it? So it is a physical factors like temperature and water availability and the interactive web of interaction that make up ecosystems. So here we are going to have a comprehensive overview of ecological. If I ask you what do you mean by the living and non-living, then you can simply say me, simply answer me. Like the living people have four characteristics, whereas the non-living does not have any of the characteristics. And these four characteristics are growth, response to stimuli, okay, reproduction, then metabolism. Got it? So if someone having these four things, then it is in the condition of living, but not then in the condition of non-living. So basically in ecology, we having the study structure for both of them, for living as well as for non-living as well as living. Okay, so basically organisms, they all are living ones. They all are living ones. Okay, but the non-living, they are temperature and water. They are non-living basically, but they are able to affect the living beings. Okay, like humans, we cannot survive in the temperature which is higher than 100 degrees Celsius, low than minus 50 degrees Celsius. Okay, normal human being cannot survive in these temperatures. Got it? So basically, you can say the temperature can affect us. Same with the water. We require minimum 5 liters of water per day. for normal functioning. If we do not getting 5 liters of water per day, what will happen to us? We will get finished up. Okay. So basically you can say the temperature and the water availability affects the living beings. Okay. So ecology is a study of living and non-living, their environment and how they all interact with each other. Okay. So levels of ecological organizations. How can you arrange the levels of ecological organization? This is the main topic. If you are able to understand this topic, you will be able to understand the upcoming topics and subtopics of this lecture. Okay. So basically, first of all, we need to understand the ecological organizations. Okay. Basically, ecological organizations means that ecological organization means that arrangement of organisms and environment from individual to biosphere in a flowchart. Okay. So basically you can say the levels of ecological organization means the arrangement of organisms and environment from individual to a biosphere in a flowchart. It start with the individual. It start with the individual. Then it goes up to the community. Then it goes up to the, before community is a population. Then it goes to the community. Then it goes to the ecosystem. Then it goes to the biome. Then it goes to the biosphere. Got it? So these are the factors which are to be organized in the flow chart in order to make a levels of ecological organization starting from individual and ending at biosphere. First one is an individual, then population, then community, then ecosystem, then biome, and then biosphere. Okay, so let's understand them one by one. First is a individual organism. The study of an individual organism's adaptations, behavior, and physiology in response to the environmental conditions. Like this one. This is our person known as Mr. X. Okay. How does the Mr. X adapts the situations? Okay. The situation of environment. Okay. What is its behavior towards the environment? Okay. And how does it respond to the environmental conditions? Like resources, okay, like temperature, like food and shelter, okay. What is his behavior, response, and his adaptation quality regarding these environmental conditions? Basically formulates as individual's organism study base. Got it? Similarly, with the population, it is a group of individuals, like when Mr. X comprised with Mr. Y, Mr. Z, Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C. X, Y, Z, A, B, and C. When these all people came together, they became a group of individual or population basically. Okay. So how does they respond to the resources? Okay. To the food and shelter. Okay. Or you can say to the temperature factors. So how does they all react with these things? It is formulated a base for population study. But here is one more point, which is each other's behavior. Because in a previous slide, there was only one people. There was only one people, or you can say there is only one person, which is known as Mr. X. He was having a control over all these things. He was utilizing these things. He was asserting these things. But in this scenario, there are total 6 people or persons who formulating the population and group of individuals. Now these resources have been distributed, have been utilized amongst these 6 peoples. Okay, so in this scenario, their interaction with each other also formulated a part of study. Got it? Now let's move forward. This is a community, a population of different species living and interacting within a particular area is a community. Okay, let's take an example. Mr. X, Mr. Y, Mr. Z, Mr. A, Mr. B, and Mr. C. Okay, this is their group. It stands for X, Y, Z, A, B, C. Okay, similarly, there are other people. Okay, so they are the people as well who are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Got it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Similarly, there was other group also who are having only 4 people. MNOP. Got it? So what is here? There are the group of peoples living together, or you can say there is a all population of different species. They are belong to the XYZ ABC group. They are belong to 1 to 7 group. They are belong to MNOP group. But they all are living in a single area. Okay. So basically, all populations of different species living and interacting within a particular area which is marked by this boundary, okay, are known as a community. Got it? Now let's move forward. This is the ecosystem, the community of organisms interacting with their physical environment, including abiotic factors like soil, water, and climate, and this forms a ecosystem. Okay, or basically you can say the ecosystem is a group of community or community and non-living factors. Okay, so basically ecosystem is basically means a group of community and the non-living factors. During the community, or basically you can say the ecosystem is a group and interaction zone of community and non-living environmental factors. Got it? So basically in ecosystem and during the part of the community, there is only one difference. In community, only the living ones were involved. But in the part of ecosystem, the non-living factors are also included. Got it? Now let's move forward. It is a biome. It is a large geographic area with a distinct climate characteristic and plant, animal, and communities. Okay. So basically you can say it is a large geographic area with a distinct climate. For example, if we talk about the Himalayas, okay, then we talk about the North India, okay, then we talk about the Sahara Desert, okay. So what is the difference between all these things? Himalayas are basically the cold temperature areas. North India is basically a moderate temperature area, whereas Sahara Desert is of high temperature area. Okay, so they are marked by different characteristics like cold, moderate and high temperature, which is also a part of their climatic situation. And because of this, they having different type of people, different type of animals, different type of vegetation and different type of things. Got it? So this is the biome. So for Himalaya, it is called as the Himalayan biome. Okay. For North India, it will called as North Indian biome. Just take an example. Okay. For Sahara, it is called as the Sahara Desert biome. Okay. So these are just an example. Okay. Not exactly the biomes. So you can say biome is a large geographic region with a distinct climate, characteristics, plants, animal and communities. Got it? Thereafter, there is a biosphere. Basically, biosphere is a broad term. Okay. It is a global sum of all ecosystems and the interaction between living organisms and their environment on Earth. Got it? The entire ecosystems which existed on the planet Earth comes under the biosphere. Okay. Biosphere basically means all the living and non-living and their interactions. Okay. So this is the entire things which is the living and non-living and the interaction is a part of biosphere. Got it? So it is a interaction between living organisms and the environment on Earth, and it is a global sum of all ecosystems. Got it? Now let's move forward. Key concept and topics in ecology, which is important. First is habitat, second one is niche. Okay, what's the difference? So habitat basically refers to the specific environment in which they can be survived. Okay, simply means that if we talk about the Himalaya, okay, Himalaya is cold, so it is a cold habitat. Got it? If we talk about North India, it is a moderate, then it is a moderate habitat. Okay, if we talk about the Sahara Desert, then it is hot area, so it is a hot habitat. Hot habitat. Got it? So the characteristics of these habitats are decided by their specific environmental conditions, whether it is cold, moderate and hot. According to this, their species will be. Okay, like the Himalaya species having a heavy body mass to protect them from cold. The North Indian species having a moderate body mass or moderate body cover. Okay, because the temperature is moderate. But for Sahara Desert, it is hot. So basically they having thin skin covers to protect them from extremely heats. Got it? So basically it is a habitat. But niche is basically encompasses the role an organisms play in its habitat. Okay, in whatever habitats you are living, like cold habitat, okay, like moderate habitat, okay, like hot habitat, in whatever habitat you are living. Okay, what is your role in that habitat is basically a niche. Okay, so you can say niche describes specific role of an organism in a particular habitat. What is your role exactly in that particular habitat is a part of niche. Got it? Now let's move forward. Now the biotic and abiotic factors, very simple. The biotic are the living, non-biotic are the non-living. Okay. But remember one thing here, people often confuse with biotic and non-biotic, aquatic and non-aquatic because they sound similar. So remember, aquatic, basically the water organisms, non-aquatic, basically the non-water organisms. Got it? So do not confuse with aquatic and non-aquatic with biotic and non-biotic. Okay. Biotic are basically the living people. Non-biotic is a non-living people. Okay. And aquatic is a water organisms and non-aquatic is a non-water organisms. Okay. Now move forward. Biotic factor encompasses non-living components like temperature, water, ability, soil composition that influence organisms. Remember, always remember, biotic factors are a part of environment which having influence on organisms. Okay. Basically, a biotic factor comprised of temperature, water ability, soil composition, and all the other factors which is a part of environment. And we know environment having an influence of organisms. So you can say abiotic factor also affects the organisms, or you can say the biotic compositions. Got it? Now let's move forward. First, our interaction, predation. One organism predator hunts and consumes another, which is a prey. Okay, simply you can say this is a person who hunts down dead person. So in this condition, one will be a predator and one will be a prey. Okay, the one who was consumed known as the prey, the one who consumed known as the predator. Okay, so it is the first kind of interaction among the living beings. Okay, second one is a competition. Organisms vie for the same limited resources because the resources are limited. The resources are limited. Okay, and we know because of Charles Darwin, there was a famous quote, which is, I know you remember the quote, fittest will survive. Only the fittest will survive because the resources are very limited. Okay, and there are various species, or you can say individuals and groups within this species. Okay, who are trying to control who are trying to control these resources. So there is a competition amongst them. Got it? Now, symbiosis, close interaction between different species, including mutualism, communalism, and parasitism. Okay, so basically you can say mutualism like this one living with this one, but no one is harmed. Okay, both the species are living together but no one is harmed is a part of mutualism. Both benefited. Okay, they both are benefiting from each other and no one is harming each other, so it is a mutualism. But in communalism, one is in benefit but one is in loss or get hurt. So it is a part of communalism. One benefits, the other one is unaffected or getting hurt. Okay, either it is unaffected or either it is hurting, so it is a part of communalism. Parasitism, one benefits, the other is harmed. Okay, in communalism there is a condition, maybe or may not be, but in parasitism surely one will get benefit and another will get harm. Got it? So in this lecture we had finished about the ecology. Okay, in our next lecture we will start with the environmental studies. Till then, revise all the factors which we had discussed in this lecture. Okay, and we will meet again in the environmental studies and we will have a valuable discussion over various topics on this lectures. Okay, till then, thank you.